Hello everyone, I'm Neverdot, welcome to my channel. This is the week of the comic number 10, and we are going to be featuring Jenny. Jenny is a beloved character of the Neverdot universe and is bok choy. Bok choy, of course, being the most familiar of all vegetables of everybody everywhere. Everybody loves bok choy. Everybody grew up eating bok choy. If you didn't grow up eating bok choy, then you might have grown up somewhere other than China. But that's very unlikely. Most people grow up in China. Statistically, you're probably Chinese. Are you? Anyways, there is all of the cast today in the comic, and I have fun with that. I like that. I like having all of my little buddies popping in. We got Logan. We've got not Peter. You thought it was Peter because it was a P, but no, that's Petrus or Piana. I'm not sure which. I think it's Petrus. And we got, we have Gerald. I forget. Rachel, though. Glasses, Anita, and a bunch of the others. Aaron, who doesn't usually show up because I don't like drawing perfectly round characters because it's too simple. But Aaron makes an appearance. Actually, Aaron is just too big for most scenes. Now, point of interest, as usual, I don't know where I'm going with the comic when I start drawing it. I drew Jenny with an umbrella, and I did not know what I was doing. And this whole thing, up to that point, I did not know what I was drawing. I didn't know where this comic was going. I didn't know what the point of the comic was. I just thought, let's draw Jenny. She's holding an umbrella. Why? Don't know. And then have a guy run by. Why? Don't know. Have progressively more guys run by. Why? Don't know. And you know what? I figure something funny is going to happen in that fourth panel. It's gotta, otherwise I wasted about 27 minutes. This thing is sped up 800%. So I figure at the end of it, I didn't know what to do. So what if they're all running to see the chicken, which you guys know, crossing the road, stepping across the road. Super funny. Everybody loves that. Everybody wants to know why are you crossing the road? Why? Is it a conspiracy? How? How could you cross the road? Why would you dare? And what's the scale of the chicken? It's kind of small. I think we're going to have to actually enlarge it a bit. Let's increase the size of that chicken. We want the chicken to be a little bit more dominant in that scene. And I don't feel as though I drew it as cute as I did the first time. So whatever. You can't repeat brilliance. Lightning never strikes twice, except every single time, because lightning always strikes multiple times in the same time when it shoots down from the sky, and it's just connecting. It's completing a circuit. Of course, it's going to strike more than once in the same place. I do like the umbrella. The umbrella has zero point to the comic. It doesn't contribute to the joke. It's not funny. It doesn't do anything. It's just there. It just adds some visual interest. I feel there's no reason for it. I just didn't want Jenny standing there doing nothing. She had to be busy with something. Now, I think in universe there's a reason for this. Those of you who have indoor plants, and then when you think, oh, it's the summer, I'm gonna jam my indoor plants outside because they're gonna love the sun. You know what? They don't love the sun. They die really fast when you put them in the sun. They burn like instantly. So Jenny doesn't want to get her nice green complexion overly, bleached for plants, but yeah, it might be crisped from her perspective. So she's just trying to protect herself from the sun, not the rain, the sun. She loves the rain, of course. It's delicious. So she has a reasonable, and I do this too. I am known to be walking around with an umbrella if it's particularly sunny. Because I decided at a young age of like 18 that you know what? I don't care if people make fun of me for carrying an umbrella in the sun. I don't want to get sunburn. I don't want to wear sunscreen. And I know that the sun ages you terribly because I had a friend that went to somewhere in the sun for a summer and she came back and she looked 65. She was 19. It's anyway, so I am terribly afraid of direct sun exposure. Not for me. So yeah, I carry around an umbrella. I love pretending my umbrella is a sword. I wish I could destroy everything around me when I have it. But I'm restrained by civility and everything like that. Hey, if anybody wants to let me in loose on their cornfield or something, I will destroy corn with my umbrella. Now, Jenny, of course, has to have her designated vein pattern. You got to get the right vein pattern because that's Jenny. Actually, it's all bok choy. I haven't really varied the vein pattern. Claire's vein pattern does differ between whatever she is. Beets. Very important to get that right. Just like Anita has her particular spot pattern. You can't vary that. There we go. Now we got to account for everybody that we saw running past. You got to have continuity. Otherwise, the audience, i.e. you, is going to call me out on that and be like, where did Logan go? We saw him running by and then nothing. And this time I remembered that the one with the frondy hair is Rachel and not Claire. There's Claire. She's the one with the round leaves. Like last comic, last week, I messed that up. So we've got that straight. She has 5 veins on her things. There's Aaron. There's Peter. There's Peter. He made it. He just came in from another side. He didn't need to appear in the earlier panels. I really like, I don't know why I like the vegetable guys. Like I have so many characters. I've got the dinosaurs, and I've got the turtles, and there's the vegetables, and there's Gerald. Gerald's not here. Okay, I guess Gerald missed it. Whatever. Gerald gets too much screen time anyway. He can't hog it all. I don't know why I like the vegetables. They're kind of difficult sometimes because they don't all have limbs, and it's really, as a comic artist, it's hard to work with characters that don't have limbs because you emote a lot with your limbs. Like you're holding things, you're like freaking out, and if you don't have those, you're just like, like Logan has limited abilities to emote. He can like be springing backwards or springing forwards or frowning. I like Logan a lot, but actually, it's more Beatrice and them. Peter's better. He's got the hat. The hat is sort of a limb and it can orient around. But yeah, those guys that can't shake a fist at the sun, tricky. Technically, none of them can shake a fist at the sun, even the ones with hands. I won't explain that one. Now, this, I'm going to do a good background because Jenny's not really moving between these panels, so I'm just going to do the copy-paste thing between 3 of them, which means I can put more effort into the one because I'm going to be using it 3 times. If I had to do 3 unique ones, I would have to speed it up because I have limited time to do these things. Just like today, I have limited time to do this video. So I want to get it done quickly. And as you guys know, I do like drawing trees in the background because it's easy-ish. It's fine to do. And it also looks pretty good, I find. I'm happy with the results. Yeah, I mean, if it was colored and it was a bit in the foreground, I wouldn't like it as much. Because then I would need to know crossing over branches and shading each of the branches and stuff like that. Whatever. We're going to do some motion lines for these guys, and it's going to look nice and just fading it out. Actually, I added a transparency channel to that. A transparency channel is a little bit different than just erasing because you can restore a transparency channel because you just paint black or white on it and it'll make it opaque again. So if you make a mistake and erase too much, you can just undo that without using undo. So it's much preferred if you plan on back and forthing your transparency. You don't want to lose the original content. So that's recommended. Look into transparency channels. It's quite good if, you're not just erasing, you actually have an intention with your tidying up, as it were. I don't know the scale of the chicken here. I think it's large. Or the road is very small. The scale of the Never world is a bit odd because you've got these creatures of all different sizes and they all demand different scales of their civilization. Like the mushrooms live on a very small scale and they would drive down very small roads, and whatever, the vegetables would be on another scale, and then dinosaurs just got to be careful where they step because they're going to crush everybody. They're pretty good about that, and they've got insurance, so it's generally fine. Vegetables don't die outright if you smush them. You guys know this. How many of you eaten a salad and then be like, I'm going to step on it? Probably all of you. Now we got to add a few secret extras to the background. Comment in the comments if you know who these people are and what they might be doing. Because I'm always trying to build up a backstory, an undercurrent. I'm trying to tell a different narrative in the background than I am in the foreground. And for those of you that are paying attention, good on you. Thank you. That's why I'm doing this for you. I have a grander plan for the comics than just making you laugh. So thank you guys so much for following me on TikTok. We hit 70,000. this week. I'm so happy for all of you guys supporting me there. Please check out my TikTok if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for coming here to my YouTube. If you're from TikTok, really appreciate you doing that. That is a huge help. Please tell your friends to follow me on YouTube because obviously it's harder to get traction on YouTube. And I am doing my second best because my best is on TikTok. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys next time.